Oh, blessings. So today I'm just doing a reading from my first process poetry book, Words to a Friend. Like I said in the intro to this series, a lot of stuff was happening in my life at this time, and so this first poem was 3 days before my birthday, May 12th, 2013. I just had some gnarly dreams, and so this is what I wrote when I woke up. I woke up this morning standing at a crossroads, wondering how I got there, here. Looking back to see what brought me here to be, everywhere I looked, dead ends. Two paths before me. One is dark and lonely, cobwebs like Spanish moss ensnare me. The other path is rocky, filled with hardships and pain. Tired and exhausted, I don't want either of them. I blaze my own path. Then now I'm stuck in the brambles, bleeding, looking up screaming. The heavens seem so distant. Hell comes crashing down. I fall. I'm falling. Falling without a sound. So, yeah, at this point in my life, I was pretty lost and feeling pretty powerless. And that realization was the first step towards me starting to gain my power. And so here's me expressing where I'm at. I'm afraid. I need aid. I'm scared, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know, that was powerful for me to actually recognize that that I am weak, and there's areas in my life that are out of control right now, and I want to bring control into my life. I want to have power in my life. So that was a good step for me. It was to that recognition that I needed help. All right, so now these two poems were written on my birthday, May 15th. When corruption comes and pushes too deep, two things can happen. The roots die, we all die. We push back. Who knows what'll happen? Let's dance. Let's see. And that's what I took. I took the second. I pushed back. And so here's a when I was a kid, I don't know if you can see that just to see how I wrote it. When I was a kid, I went by the name Toby, and at that time in my class, I lived in Simi Valley, so you can research history of Simi Valley, California, to get a gist of what that town is like. So that's where I grew up, or a little bit of my life. And in my class, we watched this movie, Roots, and there was that African prince Kunta Kinte, and they were saying, your name is Toby. And so that was like a weird place for me, a weird thing to be called, because at that time it was like, no I'm not, you know, I was resisting it. But later in life, as I got older, I started to recognize, man, Kunta Kinte was a badass, you know what I mean? Like, all right, that's cool. So that was me. So this poem was of me starting to process through some of those things in my earlier life that have defined me, that are in some way this sore spot, this place of discomfort. And I wanted to come to this place of finding power through that. So I write in that poem, again, I'll show you a picture of it, right? And there it is. So starting from the bottom, I am Kunta Kinte. I am Toby. I am to be. I am. And then just the spaciousness of being. I am being. It was a way of transmuting memories in my life that were repressed and disempowering, and turning them into something that now has it defines who I am. Yes, That's an honor to be attributed to someone that was that strong in such horrible circumstances and who still stayed true to who they were. I mean, fuck yeah. That's who I want to be like. That's definitely something. I want to be able to be true no matter the circumstances. No matter the situation, the environment. So, yeah. Alright, I'll do a couple more. I don't want these to go too long. So at this time, I'm also feeling very lonely, and it's lonely in here. This head is cracking. And I have it so that part of my poetry is all about the visual aspect. Originally, I struggled with, because originally I started with this, my handwriting, and then I went back to text, like normal text, because that's kind of what is expected or what the standard is still at this time with poetry, it seems, although it's steaming the shift. But I just like it to be in my own writing, because you can really get the feel and the emotion and the energy of the individual and get that greater depth. I mean, adding pictures and stuff I might do in the future, but just the writing itself. And then of course, like, I encourage people to write in these books, you know. I mean, that's the idea, is that it's something that you own, right? It's something that you embody. And so as you go through and read these poems, things that resonate with you, you know, add to it. Things that you find distasteful, or, you know, it doesn't resonate with you at all, scratch it out, you know, because this is your book, your life. And yeah, what I'm trying to get to with these poems is to actually empower those that read it to ask these same questions, to go through a similar process to find their truth, however it unfolds. And, you know, and this is how it unfolded for me. So yeah. All right, blessings, and till next video.